Hey there, fellow travelers, Mark here with Wolters World, and today we're here at El Pastillo Beach in Isabela, Puerto Rico. And today we're going to answer a question that some people have when they're coming to Puerto Rico, and that is Puerto Rico safe to visit? And I gotta say, in general, yes, Puerto Rico is safe to visit. Whether you're a family traveling, whether you're a solo female traveler, whether you're LGBTQ, this is one of the safest places to visit in the Caribbean, and it's a fantastic place to visit as well. So safe and fantastic, it goes nice together. But even if it's a safer destination, there are some safety things you should think about when you do come here, and a lot of it comes from the nature when you're here. And when you come, you got to make sure you're protecting yourself against the sun. So sunblock and a hat are going to go a long way, because whether you're enjoying the beautiful beaches, or if you're hiking through the hills, or if you're in old San Juan walking around, that sun beats down on you all year round, and you have to have that, protection from the sun. So that's one thing. Also, bug spray is going to be important, because the mosquitoes and the bugs that are here, they will bite you too. And for some people, that is a safety thing. So be ready with good bug spray. And if you're looking at nature, since we are in the Caribbean, actually the Atlantic's on one side, the Caribbean's on another side, what you have to realize is during hurricane season, June through November, that can be a thing that you need to pay attention to, because even if hurricane doesn't come directly through, if it's nearby, that can affect your trip, and it can be a safety issue. So do have a heads up if you're going to be traveling here because of the weather, okay? Now, in terms of real safety things you need to really pay attention to, for me, I think the biggest one actually deals with the beaches, because look, those are some pretty rough waves, and actually it says this beach is not suitable for swimming, and you'll see that a lot on the north coast. At least you'll see not safe for swimming or really rough seas, or be careful of the riptides, and you'll see riptide warnings. So make sure when you're going to go out to the beach, look and see, are there any riptide warnings? Is this a beach that I could take the kids to, or is it a beach we just kind of wade into about our knees then come back out? Because that's kind of important when you are here. And when you're going to the beaches, you're most likely to be driving when you are here to go to the beaches. And I think that's another kind of safety thing I think you need to realize is the safety when you're driving. The speed limit is in miles per hour, so it might be 65 or 55 if you're on the autopista, the highway, but not everyone's driving the speed limit, and some people are driving way over the speed limit. So you do need to be careful on the highways, because people do drive a little crazy sometimes, so you always need to be paying attention. And that is also if you're a pedestrian, because of the kind of, not crazy driving, but a little bit more than aggressive driving, you just want to have a heads up. If you're driving, be defensive and always be paying attention. Don't be fiddling with the radio or the GPS. Get that all set before you go, just to make it a safer drive for you. And I'll be honest, when you get out of the San Juan area, you're getting some of the back roads, driving to some of the beaches, some of those roads might get a little bumpy, and you'll notice that some of the guardrails have had a few kisses over the years, so just have a heads up for that. And when you are driving, you do park by the beach, one thing I got to tell you is don't leave any valuables in your car. That's pretty much anywhere. You don't want to leave valuables in your car. Make sure you're locking your car up. I mean, typical travel safety anywhere. It's the same thing here in Puerto Rico. I think if you're going to a place like Old San Juan, where a lot of the cruise ships go, there have been known to be some pickpockets around there, so do have a heads up if you're going to be going around, and we're going to go see El Moro, or go see the San Cristobal Castle, or if you're going to be just wandering around and seeing the historic part of the old town. I mean, it's really beautiful, but there are a few pickpockets there you probably want to take care of, because there are spots where Instagrammers fall in love with stuff, and when they're falling in love with that Instagram picture, they sometimes forget about their true love, their bag on the ground. So do have a heads up. Also, if you're going to be going out at night, I do recommend not going out alone at night when you are here, and you'll see that the opening times for restaurants and bars are different. So make sure you're looking to see is when the restaurant you want to go to is open and when it's closed, because it can vary restaurant to restaurant on the same street. And when you're going around to either hike when you're here, maybe you're going to El Yunque National Forest, you can go do some hikes there, or if you're going to be going to Old San Juan and you're going to be walking around, I do recommend for your safety, for slipping and falling and stuff, is have a good pair of shoes to walk around. The cobblestones in Old San Juan, or the potholes around, or just the pass when you are hiking El Yunque or other parts around the country. You want to have good shoes when you do that, just for safety purposes, because one of the things you don't want to do is you don't want to go off the path when you're in the national forest, because it is a safety issue. I mean, it is kind of a serious thing, but it's beautiful to do, to go see the waterfalls and go see the things. That's awesome, but just have a heads up, okay? And then I think another thing that I've seen a lot online lately is in terms of accommodation, there's a lot of Airbnbs, a lot of rental properties you can get here, and sometimes if it seems too good to be true, wow, the price is great and the all this stuff's involved, you want to make sure you look and see is where that is located, because it might be a great Airbnb, but it might not be in the greatest location. So just have a heads up for that when you are booking accommodation. But I'll be honest, the people here are fantastic. They're going to warn you about places to go and not to go, and whether you're going to the beach, like, go check out Pastillo Beach, but don't get in the water because it is a bit rough. And that's one thing I love about coming here, is because the people really are helpful. But honestly, the best safety advice I can give you about coming to Puerto Rico is remember a hat, and remember sunscreen, and some bug spray, and you'll love it when you're here. So I hope this helps you enjoy more of Puerto Rico. If you want to know more, maybe the don'ts of visiting San Juan, the don'ts of visiting Puerto Rico, what to eat when you're here, check us out on our website at woltersworld.com. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, all that stuff, but you know those things. Have a great time, and bye from here in Puerto Rico.